Recently, I shared a video with one of my groups about a very hard time that I'm going through right now in my life. A season of transition, a season of one part of my life dying and another one starting. And it was very well received, which was awesome. And then I shared it on my YouTube channel. And within 24 hours, I had received like 30 separate messages from both women and men offering me support, sending me love. They were sharing their stories, some horrific, tragic stories, and I'm so sorry if you had to go through that. I know how painful it can be. And so many people telling me that they are proud of me and that it was very courageous of me to share my story. And you can see I'm quite emotional still over the whole situation. And I know many of you are, and probably dealing with a lot worse stuff than I am. But a lot of people telling me they were proud of me and that I had courage and that what I was sharing was really helpful. The idea behind me sharing that video was if I can help one or two women who are going through what I'm going through, then that will be amazing. But apparently, a lot of people are going through this. And a woman this morning messaged me and said, if I could share more about my healing journey, that would be very helpful. I only posted that video a few days and it's been shared far and wide now, and the messages are still coming in. Again, it's not just women, it's men. A lot of people resonating with a lot of what I said, and maybe they couldn't verbalize it themselves. The part of just feeling complete despair and lost and broken. I definitely felt broken. I felt like my heart was being torn apart. And every night I would pray to God and ask Him, please just help me heal. Just like the pain was unbearable. And I didn't know, and I still don't at times, if I'm going left or right or up or down. I feel like I'm just spinning. Like everything is just topsy-turvy and I'm trying to find my bearings again. I'm trying to like get my grounding. And hopefully what I'm saying helps you. There were periods that I mentioned in the last video where I knew I had to slow down. As a mom, like I'm trying to take care of kids too, and a home and a business and clients and myself. I had to slow down and I had to pick my poison, as they said, pick and choose my battles. What could I do? What could I not do? And that is very hard for someone who is a high achiever. I like to think I'm a high achiever at least, but it was really hard. And I kept leaning into my faith and my friends, my books, and the nutrients I mentioned on the last video to try give my body some support. There were days that, and it hurts me to say this, that I was suicidal, and that is not me. I'm not that person. Most people who know me know like I'm the happiest go lucky person you ever meet. But it was breaking me, and I know you will resonate this. And as many messages that I've got, wonderful messages. Thank you. Like, I am getting through this and I'm doing so much better. So much better. I had some really, really dark days, and now I can confidently say that I have more good days than bad days. And I can't thank my best friends enough and everyone who supported me. You know who you are, and I will never forget who you are. And you know, there's a saying that you know who's really there for you when you need them, and they show up, and I certainly do. And I didn't think my video would be as cathartic for other people as much as it is for me. So I'm going to try my best to keep sharing as much as I can. During the time, I still continued to do my podcast. I still had a lot of my clients. So lucky enough, I do run my own business. So I was able to move things around to be a bit more graceful and gentle with myself. But it's not just the work. It's you have kids, you have people to take care of, you have a home to keep, you have laundry to be done, you have to go get groceries, so there's food in the fridge. You have to do all this stuff when you don't want to do anything at all. I didn't want to do anything at all. I'm like, just please stop all of this now. I cannot handle this pain. And that's from someone who prides herself on being pretty strong. It was like, I don't know if I'm strong enough to get through this. And I did, and I hope that offers you some comfort that if even those of us that believe we're very strong, we're almost broken by grief and being torn apart and hurt and betrayal and feeling lost and just all the things I wish we didn't have to feel as humans. And I mentioned in the last video the nutrients, the practices that helped me. I leaned into praying a lot. I know not everyone has a faith, but most of us have some sort of faith, whether that's the universe or God or whatever you want to call it, your angels. Lean into that stuff. It will help to keep you strong. I say that my angels helped me to stay standing when I felt like I was going to collapse. When everything was just crumbling down around me, they kept me getting up each morning and standing. Now, I don't want to be all about the tears and the experience, just want to share a little bit more. But I did use some of the tools that I use in my practice a lot. Those of you that know me know I absolutely love GABA, so gamma aminobutyric acid. It's a neurotransmitter inhibitor, and like I recommend it to everyone for anxiety and sleep, but I was like, I don't want to say popping it like there's no tomorrow, but I was taking a lot of GABA every night before bed to make sure I could get some sort of sleep. Then, if I woke up during the night, I was taking more GABA. During the day, I was taking GABA. I was ordering more GABA. Lucky, it's pretty affordable. So, what GABA does is it stops adrenaline. The easiest way I describe it to my clients is when you're experiencing some sort of emotional distress, adrenaline gets released from the adrenals. And as it's making its way up the nervous system towards the brain, GABA can stop it right there in its tracks. It can put up a wall and it'll block that adrenaline. So it takes away, in some people, completely takes that adrenaline away. Like there, it stops their anxiety in its tracks. But when you're going through a more severe time of anxiety or distress, it can definitely take the edge off. It's pretty safe for most people. The only people I've really seen have issues with GABA are people who have too much glutamate in their diet and in their body, and it overstimulates them. So in the opposite direction, but it's pretty affordable. So GABA was something I was using a lot, and it helped me. It helped me so much. I never don't have GABA in my house. So again, that's gamma aminobutyric acid. You can Google it. I have some podcasts on it. I've lots of posts on it if you're in my like Facebook group. But the other thing I used a lot of was bioidentical progesterone cream. I'm still cycling, and this is not just relevant for women, this is for men too, because men can use progesterone. But I was using a lot of progesterone topically and orally to just help me stay sane, just to help me breathe. That's what it was. It was helping me breathe. And it did help. Because progesterone is our calming hormone. It's our hormone of joy, although in times of immense heartbreak and distress and darkness, it's very hard to find joy, but progesterone can help take that edge off for sure. Um, And if you can afford to go into the thousands of milligrams of progesterone, you can certainly force joy. But that was helpful. As well, another thing, I did use, and I know this is going to be somewhat controversial, and I remember saying it to my friends. Um, I really think this has taken that, like, stopped my anxiety in the last few weeks. So in the first few weeks, I wasn't using methylene blue because I had so many other things I was using in my supplement stack and my self-care. And then in the last, say, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, I started using methylene blue. So I suppose out of the depths or the grasps of hell at that stage, I started using methylene blue. And I remember texting a few of my friends and saying, I think the methylene blue has stopped my anxiety. Like I feel a lot better. So I look at the research and like, how can this happen? Well, methylene blue can help to control serotonin, which we know from all the antidepressant and depressive studies and studies around psychosis and methylene blue, but also it can help with the energetic system. So when your metabolic system or your energy production systems work better, generally you're more resilient and capable of dealing with whatever else is happening. And then methylene blue has an anti-inflammatory effect at the level of the gut, and your gut is going to be a huge part in how you're dealing with life's turmoil. And I mentioned this in the last video that as much as we would be drawn to alcohol and junk food and comfort food when we're in times of great distress, and I don't want to just say stress, like distress, like I don't think I can go on kind of stress. Um, the last thing you want to do is exacerbate that inflammation in your gut more because that's just going to increase histamine, it'll increase serotonin, it'll increase systemic inflammation, it'll increase endotoxins, it's just going to make everything so much harder. So as tempting as it is, it's not a great idea. So methylene blue can help according to the research, and I can only speak on my experience, help with really managing that anxiety. And I felt it pretty fast, like within 2 or 3 hours. I was like, yeah, I think this was really helping me. Those were the big things I leaned into. I have my daily supplements, vitamin D, K, vitamin C, magnesium, like the stuff I use, molecular hydrogen. Um, but those ones I think were what helped to kind of push me through the hardest parts. For sure, GABA. Like I almost owe my life to GABA, progesterone and methylene blue. They really, really helped me um, just stay standing, just stay standing. If you're going through this, someone told me that, well, they sent a message to my friend and said, oh my God, she's saying what I'm experiencing, but I couldn't put it into words. And I don't even know if I'm wording it properly. I'm just speaking. Whatever comes out comes out. Most people kind of know that about me. That you kind of never know what's coming out of my mouth, but at least you know it's genuine. But the they don't teach you or prepare you for being broken and torn apart and betrayed and abandoned and hurt and like what else can I use? Like standing at the gates of hell and all the horrors that go with that. They don't teach you in school or in any kind of class, like, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is what you're going to experience. The only way you learn is by going through it. And that sucks a lot, like so much. And I really hope you have, if you're going through something, I really hope you have good people by your side. I really do. I would be lost. This was something I said earlier. I had my closest friends, like my really closest friends, my sister. It was a really small circle because I just couldn't. I couldn't, apart from my work, I couldn't give any more to other people when I'm trying to surviving because my closest friends, and I know most people are going to say, we wouldn't expect anything from you. We just want to be there for you. My closest friends, they didn't want anything from me. They just wanted to hug me and have my back and take care of me. That's all they wanted. I couldn't give to them. I tried. I wasn't very good at it, but they understood. But anyone else, any other friends or anyone outside that tight-knit circle, I distanced myself from them. And I have sent out some apologies. I'm sorry I distanced from you. This is kind of what's been happening. But I think that's okay though. I think people understand that when you're trying to survive something, you only have enough energy to take care of yourself, your kids, your pets, your home, and then a few people that you're not even taking care of, they're taking care of you. And then you've nothing else. You can't give to anyone else because the thoughts of it just takes your breath away. You're like, you're already dealing with so much. The thoughts of giving to more people is overwhelming. And it's hard. It's hard. Um, I'm going to share some more videos over the next few weeks. I'll try not to cry. Every day is getting better. I swear it is. And it will for you too. I could not see the light in the darkness at all. I knew it was there. I knew it was coming. I had a lot of belief, but I could not see it. I could not see a way out. And I kept saying to my friends, I wish it was just 6 months from now. I know things are going to be better in 6 months from now. I didn't want to go through the pain, but it's the only way to get to the light. It is the only way. You have to walk through the darkness to get to the light. Thankfully, now I am. I hope you are too. I hope you have some good people helping you. I hope my videos help you. Message me. I'm happy to give you more insight. I mean, there's lots of other tools I was using, but I know if I start listing them, people will be like, whoa, slow down. That's too much. Definitely do have to slow down. But there are things that can help take the edge off. I remember what I said in my last video when you're going through a lot of distress, and if you're like me and you couldn't eat because you had so much debilitating anxiety, I'm getting good at all these kind of descriptive words, your body will go catabolic. You will start eating yourself. And the last thing I needed to do was get sick, like make myself sick. I did in the beginning. I got really sick for about 2 weeks, like just this head cold that kicked my ass, and I don't get sick. And I knew it was from the shock, because that's what it was. I knew it was from the shock. So everything will be okay. It's hard to believe that when you're going through it, but as someone who is going through it, everything will be okay. And I'm going to add this one last thing. And this is just my opinion. Okay, this is just my opinion. A few people have told me that I should speak to a therapist or a counselor. And I say, no, I don't want to. What are they going to say that's going to be helpful to me? What's going to be more helpful than what the people who are closest to me are saying and who love me are saying? I'm not saying that therapists or counselors are not helpful. I know loads of people benefit from them. But I got the impression that people were saying, I should, like, this is what you do when you're going through a time of stress or distress or grief or loss or whatever you want to call it. And you have to go see a counselor or a therapist because this is what we do and that's their job. No, I don't want to. I don't feel aligned with doing that. I just want to lean into my God and my people that care about me and just process this myself. I don't need the opinion of a stranger. I don't need someone telling me what they've learned in a book, yet they have never experienced it. I don't need that. Again, might be great for you. But if you're like me and you felt like people are kind of pressuring you, like this is what you have to do, this is what we do when we're struggling, we speak to therapists, you don't have to. You don't have to if you don't want to. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, you don't have to do that. So I didn't do it. And I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay, and I think you will too. Hope this is helpful. I'll chat to you guys soon. Have a lovely weekend.